Hello, Aries. Let's see where your soul is wanting to grow, what the work is that you're doing right now. Remember that your soul comes to Earth School because it wants to expand in a certain way. It wants to grow. It wants to purify something in itself during this incarnation so that it can become even a greater reflection of Source, a greater reflection of love. And so we're going to go through cycles, and in each of these cycles, we're going to be learning a different lesson. We're going to be integrating something new, meaning we're going to be practicing with a new high quality characteristic that our body's really wanting to take on. Let's see where yours is. We have brilliant beliefs. This is luminous life force, and this card is really about coming into your power. As you see here, she has this beautiful pale blue light that's exuding from her heart. The card is a 45, which is a 9, which is we're ending the way that we've been disempowered in our life. We're ending thinking small. We're ending thinking that we're here to bring power to others, and instead this card says personal power. So right now in your life, you're being asked to really embrace your personal power, to find your own life force. That means your energy. Where are you making your investments? And make sure that it's something where you're receiving a positive return for that investment. Remember that your investments are your words, your time, your energy, your gifts. Your power, your investments is your money. Your investment is what you're listening to. And this is a time to really harness and see where it is that you can allow your brilliance and your belief about yourself to increase your life force. And let's go a little deeper. So I'm going to get a clarifying card for you around brilliant beliefs, around your personal power. I'm using the Avalon deck to pull from. We have wealth. So your health is your wealth is the first thing that I'm hearing. Remember that your body is your sacred vehicle. It's what holds your soul. And what I'm hearing right now is give that vehicle the best fuel possible, right? So give it the best music, give it the best food, give it the sunlight, give it the beautiful herbal teas, give it anything that's healing, anything that's high quality, because Aries, you are high quality. You're high quality. And they also want that your beliefs around wealth to change as far as that you are worthy of wealth in every way and the purest form of it, that there's nothing that's too great for you, okay? Aries, with your fire and your beautiful ability to alchemize, I say to turn shit into gold. That's literally what this is talking about. Everything that you move through, when you finally can see yourself, and you finally can see where your power was in all of that, and then receive it into your own self, you become more and more and more powerful. Let's go just a little further, little deeper for this week. What's going on with Aries? Portal, doors are opening. You decide, rewards, and wild card. See, you decide your outcome every time. You decide your outcome by the thoughts that you believe. And remember that you shift a timeline and you go through a portal anytime you change one of your old reactions. So again, this is really wanting us to cue in and think about our old reactions around our personal power, around our beliefs, around allowing our brilliance to be felt. It's not so much about other people seeing you. You don't have to worry about that. They're going to see you when it's time for them to see you. It's about how you feel. It's about you generating wealth from inside and then allowing that action to open the doors and allowing Creator to open the doors for you. You don't have to push. It's time to be done pushing. You don't have to push. You can take action. You can work with ease, meaning a posture of ease, right? That's putting in effort, but it's not hard. Things don't have to be hard anymore. So we're putting forth that effort. We're allowing ourselves to flow. But within that, we're remembering that we get to decide. We get to decide every moment of every day what it is that we're going to allow, what it is that we aren't going to allow. Now I'm going to get something from our Earth element deck. Let's see what energy from Gaia is going to support us in this. We have autumn equinox and it says release. So the releasing is what's going to support us in this. Releasing of the old parts of us that were relying on fuel sources that didn't truly nourish us, that didn't truly allow us to get to that next level within our own soul growth. That's what we're really here to do. We're really here to grow on a soul level, and then we can watch the physical world match that. There's also something really big for you happening in the fall this year. There's going to be a really big shift for you. That shift could even be that's when this power is really truly embodied and it almost feels like second nature. But remember, the releasing process is the one that allows us to have that space so that we can open the doors, so we can come into our next phase of our life that we're truly wanting to go. Like we're the deepest parts of our heart, that's where we want to be, and maybe we haven't allowed ourselves to dream that big. From the water deck, for Aries from the water deck, please. This, and then we have a guide card and a crystal card, and then we're done. Goddess of the sea, storm. Through the storm, my inner sea is calm. There are going to be storms. There's always going to be a storm when there's a shift. That's what moves the energy. But the thing is, that's why it's so important that you remember who you are. That's why it's so important that you remember your divine inheritance as a child of the Most High. You have nothing to prove. None of your energy needs to go into proving anymore. You just simply are. You just simply get to be. And then when the storms come, because they're going to, because you're going to be required to practice this new energy of high value. You're going to be okay. You're going to be stable because it says that you're the goddess. The goddess receives the beauty of source, and then her essence transmits it. And that's what you get to do. That's your work here. And you're amazing at that because you bring fire and spark. Ooh, flew out for you. Here's your guide. We have Isis. Beautiful Isis. Magic is manifesting, it says. Because it is. It's manifesting right now. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality, and stay focused. Stay focused on your vision, but then allow this physical world to catch up. It moves a little slower sometimes, and then all of a sudden it happens, and it happens fast. So what you get to do is prepare yourself for when that manifestation chooses just to drop in. And you have support. You have this beautiful goddess Isis to support you. And you see the ankh by her throat? This means balance. This is your masculine and feminine energy. This means be in the flow, be gentle with yourself, be compassionate, be nurturing, but bring the full power of the feminine. Bring your discernment, bring your intuition, and then bring in your lovely, your consistent masculine presence. Be persistent in what you want. Be consistent with what it is that you are moving towards. Let it feel good to you. Be a strong communicator. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And move from that place. Okay, now just a crystal card to support you. And then I think we've kept this reading basically at 10 minutes, which was the ultimate goal. All right, a crystal for Aries to support her right now, or him. Let's not forget our man friends. We have Sugilite. It's uplifting, supernatural, and universal healing. The more that you harness your power, the more you create wealth and draw on your prosperity, the more you move through the portals, the more you allow yourself to be the wild card, the more you change your own world. And when you change your own world, that helps everyone. right? You have that beautiful ripple effect in your own communities. You're a person that is destined for high impact. And this beautiful crystal can support that. But more than the crystal, I want to focus on the words, and that's uplifting, supernatural, and universal. And what that tells me is that you're divinely supported, you're never alone, and you're going to have such a beautiful week moving towards these energies and allowing them to come into you and to be stabilized, to adjust to a higher frequency. And within that higher frequency, you're just going to feel so much joy.